Hey guys, welcome to another episode of No Skunk Adventures. Today we're at Teoka Pass in the Eastern Sierras, which means we're fishing Levining Creek, which is where my dad introduced me to trout fishing over 40 years ago. Hopefully the fish will have been planted. Hopefully the crowds won't be too bad. It is Memorial Weekend, and hopefully these fish will be ready to participate and promise to let you go. Immediate action on the Outcaster Palomino. Didn't even get a chance to get the tripod set up. First two fish were on the Outcaster Jello. Just a reminder for those of you that are going to be practicing catch and release as I am here, make sure you pinch your barbs on your hooks so when you release the fish it comes out that much easier. Came out already. Even though the fishing's good and I could probably keep catching more, I've got my catch and release limit, so we're going to move on to the next spot down the road. I usually don't fish this hole because it takes a little effort to get down from road level to creek level, but it's right before a waterfall with a collection of wood right before the waterfall, and it makes for a nice deep pool for these trout to pool at. And it looks like this place has been planted. You can see the fish from road level. Let's go after it. Sorry about the camera angle. I somehow managed to forget my GoPro, and I've been using my phone on a tripod to record everything. But because this is such a steep bank, I'm kind of getting this weird angle. The fish are really taking on the spoons today. A lot of times I might switch colors or go to a jig just to get some variety, but I think we're just going to stick with the Jello spoon today. For those of you that might be wondering, I'm outfitted with a 7'6" Daiwa Spinmatic, I think it's called. And then I've got a Shimano Stratic 1000 series reel with 5-pound fluorocarbon. Back in the day, they used to plant their trout throughout the campgrounds at Big Bend, Aspen, Marine, and Lee Vining. But it seems like they plant along the roads outside of the campgrounds these days. Just wondering if anybody still fishes the campgrounds and if they still stock there. Just an FYI, the campgrounds along Lee Vining Creek, I believe most of them are dry camps. So if you're not used to that experience, you may want to look into the campgrounds in the June Loop area. Looks like I switched out to a Palomino. Even though the video may be a little shaky, you can see this fish go after the lure once it hits the water. You can see it take the strike. Switching back to the Jello. Now pulling into one of my favorite spots in all of Levining Creek. Furthest you could go back before reaching the power plants. But sometime in the last 10 years, this tree fell into the river, into the creek. And you used to be able to let your bait just whirlpool in this pool, but now it'll get caught up in the tree branches or the tree itself. This is what the pool looked like without the tree and much less water. And look who pulls up just as I'm about to leave. With the fast water and the down tree, it's really different fishing this pool. Before I cast right into the white water and let my bait drift all the way through the pool, and then the whirlpool current would take it back towards the pipe, and you could just let your bait circle around. In my experience, the fish tended to hold in the front half of this pool where it's steep, but the location of the down tree makes it really difficult to access the fish. By the time you cast just past the tree, your bait or lures are going to be past the fish, so it was really difficult to get a strike, at least on my lures. I've been fishing catch and release for this trip, so I've just been using spoons and jigs and swim baits, but I couldn't get them to strike here at this hole, so I finally ended up putting a mice tail on, and immediately I got a strike, brought it in, and kept that fish. But I didn't want to keep any more fish, so I stopped using the mice tail and moved on to the next hole. It looks like the DFG truck put some fish here as well. So you could see them stacked up right in front of the log. With 2 bait lines in the water, I think I'm going to just leave this couple to spot and not intrude with the lure going through the pool. Well, the couple decided to get on some fresh power bait, so while they re-rig, I'll get my line wet. As usual, continue to be safe out there. Enjoy the outdoors. Until next time, no skunk.